All right. In the previous lecture, we started to create the thread manager structure as a static singleton class. And we have the method stubs of what we want to work on. And that's what we're going to be doing in this lecture. Let's go ahead and create the threads first. That's an array. And that's going to be a var threads. And that's basically an array of threads. And the thread is here, we created earlier, right? So this is an array of these conversations, right? There we go. And let's define what it does. So whenever we get it, we need to do a get and say what it do. So we need to get it from the local. So if let data is equal to user default dot standard, that's the standard default, dot data, and for key, the key would be the threads key above, this one right here, okay? And so if this is working, what do we do? So now we're going to do with a catch, do catch. You can already, let's just work on the catch. So if somehow it doesn't work, we can just print an error message, error decoding threads, and the error would be the error dot local description. There we go. It's always available here whenever we do that. So let's have the do. We return, and we're going to try to do this as JSON because we're going to save this as JSON and retrieve this as JSON. So let's use the JSON decoder dot decode. And what do we decode? Well, that would be an array of thread, so dot self, from data. How do I know this? Well, because we have it here. So we get the data from the local storage and we decode it. All right. And it's missing a return. Yeah. So at this point, if somehow it's empty, we need to say, okay, well, if it's not working, we need to return an empty array, right? So we still need to instantiate it anyway. So we either return this or return empty. Okay, so we have the get. Let's work on the set. Set. And inside of the set, we're going to do let data. So this time we are actually saving it to the local machine. So try JSON encoder. So when we want to save, we encode it. Dot encode. And what do we encode? Well, we encode the new value. So just put new value. All right, that's the default. Whenever you set, the new value is the default one. And then we say user default dot standard dot set, and here data for key. And which key are we going to use? Well, we're going to use the same key as the one we're saving, the threads key, right? So let's copy and paste that here. All right. And since we have a do, let's catch any error message, print, let's just print it, error encoding threads. And again, let's print what the error is by doing error dot local description. There we go. All right, and that's pretty much it for the threads. And in the next lecture, we're going to work on the other methods.